Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie. Today I have another sneak peek from Diamond Art Club to share with you. This is one of their new releases this weekend and features another beautiful portrait piece by Margaret Morales, who is definitely one of my favorite artists that Diamond Art Club has. The name of this piece is Love Tessie and has just this beautiful array of colors. Margaret Morales really signature kind of watercolor vibes. We're going to take a really close look at the artwork, look at the special drills. I'm going to go over all the features of the kit if you're newer to Diamond Art Club so that you know what you're getting. So we do have the artwork wrapped around the top part of the box, and then we're gonna have square drills in this one. I feel like a lot of her kits lately have been rounds. This one we have some squares, mixed it up a little bit. It is bigger than I actually would have expected. 55.8 by 80.9 centimeters or 22 by 32 inches. Colors wise, this shocked me. 100 colors. We have triple digits. Now, it's not the first time Diamond Art Club has had a kit that's broken that triple digit mark, but it's still not super common to see a kit break that. I don't know about you, but when I look at this artwork, I don't look at it and think 100 colors, sure. So I'm very curious to see when we open this up kind of what colors we're looking at. We're going to have one AB and 3 fairy dust colors with a total of around 72,000 diamonds. There's some how-tos on the back. If you are new and would like to see some how-to videos, I'll have several linked in the description box below, including one that's just the basics, how to diamond paint. So if you're newer to the craft and want kind of a rundown of how it works and all the basics, I will have those videos linked below. Kit contents, we're going to go through all of that. Just want to also point out they put the name of the kit at the bottom of the box. So if you're like me and store all your diamond paintings stacked up on top of each other in a big old mountain, being able to just look at the end of the box and see what the kit is actually quite useful. Now, if you're brand new to Diamond Art Club and thinking of making your very first purchase, especially with a gorgeous kit like this coming out this weekend, I don't blame you. There's actually several really pretty kits coming out this weekend, but I have a 20% off discount code that you can use to save a bit on your first purchase. It's my name, Katie, Katie, and the number 20. That's an affiliate code, so I may make a small commission if you choose to use it, and thank you so much if you do. Now, let's take a look first at our toolkit. Diamond Art Club upgraded these and updated them around a year ago and made a lot of changes, and I feel like they're mostly for the better. So first, we do have a twist and pick pen that has a little bit more to them than a standard just basic pink pen or whatever. They're a little more ergonomic. They have a little bit more to them. They also come preloaded with a clear wax. You just want to give it a twist, several twists really, and the wax will start coming out the end. Now, if you run out of the wax that's already preloaded in there you can see it coming out there. If you run out of the wax that's already preloaded in there, they actually give you some extra that you can use to refill it. Just twist the pen the opposite direction. And then they also give you some of their classic pink heart wax if you want to use that. You can also use those waxes in your multi-placer. The pen comes with a 4-placer already in there, and then they include a 7-placer separately. These pens also do fit the metal multi-placers they sell on the website. Just make sure you're getting the ones that are push-in and not threaded screw-in tips. You get some baggies, I think 15 of these to store some leftover diamonds in. And then their trays, I feel like this is my favorite of the upgrades and changes they've made. They're a lot bigger than just a basic plain tray. So if you're like me and enjoy multi-placing, this is super handy because you can fit a lot more drills on them. I think it's really nice that they come with a lid and a stopper. So if you wanted to kit up into these, you totally could once you accumulate enough of them. They're also stackable. There's cutouts at the top and bottom. You can just have a whole mountain of trays if you want. Now let's see if we got a treasure quest card with this one and what rank we got. It feels like there is one in here, so let's see. That looks like, do we get a gold card? Hello, happy surprise. That is delightful because I almost always get bronze cards. So yay, let me explain real quick. This is a treasure quest card. These have 2 purposes. These are a pretty collectible, for one with the artwork and the name on here, and for 2, these are part of a secondary rewards program. Each of these cards has a rank. This one is gold, and I was really excited to see that because the most common rank is bronze. 95% of the cards, 99% of the cards that I have and that I get are bronze cards. But you need various combinations of the different ranks of cards to redeem for those rewards. There's a scratch off code here, and you can go to the treasure quest card part of the website. once you get various combinations of the tiers of cards, there's bronze, silver, gold, and black, with black being the rarest, you can redeem them for things like gift cards or even a custom diamond painting, which I did actually have the chance to do recently. That video will be linked below as well if you want to hear a walkthrough and kind of explanation of that, how that all works. On the inside of this envelope, there's a lot of really just handy, helpful stuff to look at. I just want to point out that they have a Facebook group that you can join once you've made your first purchase. It's a handy resource. And they also have an app that you can download. It's helpful for notifications and stuff. You can also use, there's a 20% off code, specifically your first app purchase. So you can get strategic with discount codes if you wanted to. Here's a look at the original artwork. That is really, really, really pretty. The first time I saw this, I didn't really notice like the bird on her shoulder actually, and it's really cute. I wonder if there'll be some special drills in there. These are all individual stickers. I like to use these in my paper logbook once I start working on a kit. These are actually individual stickers as well. And then we had to have a set of pre-cut sticker labels. These are really handy if you kit up your diamonds into storage containers or baggies. You can just peel off these labels and you're good to go. Something like this is going to be really helpful when you have a kit with this many colors. I don't think you're going to want to mess with having to look at the legend on the canvas every time. Take advantage of these for sure. So 100 colors is actually the max that'll fit on one of these sticker sheets. I know there are kits that have come out that have had more than 100 colors, and I think they just put a second sticker sheet in there. But I haven't actually gotten one yet, so I can't say with 100% certainty. But the code in the right-hand column, this is going to be the DMC code. Most diamond painting companies use this color code system. It comes from the DMC brand of floss and cross stitch. Special drills are going to be at the end of the list. Z is fairy dust, AB is AB. Several 6000s range colors in this one. 6000s range colors are actually colors that are not in the DMC, but rather are colors that Diamond Art Club has created to fill gaps in the DMC color code system, because there are some color families that are kind of lacking. Diamond Art Club makes all their diamonds in-house, so they're able to just mix up whatever colors they want, basically. So I actually really appreciate that. They started rolling that out, I think, around a year ago, and I feel like it's helped. So, all right, let's take a look. And I want to get a good sense for, oh my gosh, those colors. I'll tell you what, give me pale pastels all day, every day. The color palettes Margaret uses, chef's kiss. Oh my gosh, her face looks so good. It's so striking. Let me get you out of the glare. Yeah, that looks really, really good. Now, a lot of the colors that Margaret uses in faces are really deliberate choices. They're often stylized after like specific cultures or even just art styles in general. And so they have just this really pretty and soft effect to them. This just has a really beautiful array of different like pale pastel colors like all throughout her hair. And like, oh my gosh, all those flowers, and on down into her dress. So, okay, let me take you on a tour now of the features of the canvas, especially for those of you, like I've mentioned, are newer to the company. We have branding up there and canvas material itself. So it's going to be really soft on the back. I think it feels nice, but really what's more important to me is how it is to diamond paint on and how flat it lays. Little crumples like this, it's going to be fine. Like, let it sit out for a bit. It's going to lay flat. It's just how this was wrapped around that big bag of diamonds with all those colors. It just got a tiny bit crunched. It's going to lay flat beautifully. I've worked on a ton of Diamond Art Club kits, and I promise you it will. What canvas material does, it is self-flattening is kind of like a feature that they have, and it's just a nice weight to diamond paint onto. They're good canvases, you guys. They use poured glue that is pretty sticky, and we have a thick plastic cover that actually comes with perforated sections. The full size of the perforated sections is around 4 by 4 inches or 10 by 10 centimeters, and they got the lines there so you can see the edges of the sections a little more easily. So if you like having kind of those predetermined areas to work within, you have that as an option. We have a legend on either side. Like I mentioned earlier though, with 100 colors, I really do feel like you're gonna want to take advantage of the sticker labels that were included. I just want to give you like kind of a pan over here. Yeah, this is striking. I really did not expect this to be quite this big for this artwork, but now seeing it and all the detail in it, it makes sense. It makes sense. I buy it. Here we have the thumbnail, the title, the size, and copyright. So this piece is legally licensed. This is something that's really important to me when it comes to diamond paintings I show on my channel, and that's licensing. So what this means is that Diamond Art Club has Margaret Morales' permission to use this artwork as a diamond painting, and they're also compensating her for it as well. It's the case with all their kits. Socials, discount code, and you do get a lifetime warranty as long as you are the original owner and purchaser of your kit. You're covered under that lifetime warranty, and that covers things like if you were to run out of a drill color, have trouble with your kit. They've got details on the website, and you can just contact customer support if you do have an issue. Now, a lot of Margaret kits will have a good mix of color blocking and confetti, and it looks like this is going to be the case with this one as well. So color blocking, you're going to have a lot in the background really, but it's where you have sometimes blocks of one color in an area like that. And so you'll be able to use your multi-placer. Look at that bird, so cute. You can use your multi-placer. You'll have that color in your tray for longer, and as a result, those kinds of areas will go a bit faster. So lots of that in the background. The opposite of color blocking is confetti, and there's some small areas you can kind of see in some of these highly detailed areas, even a little bit like in her lips. Confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area, and so you're looking at changing out the color in your tray more often, doing more single placing, and it can take a little bit longer, but the payoff is that you tend to get better color blending and a little bit more in the way of details. Now, I was a little unsure when I saw like the render on the front of the box about her eyelashes. I'm gonna look at the original artwork again. I'll tell you what though, I feel like eyelashes are really hard to render well, but I think especially at this size point, once you're stepping back far enough to look at the whole thing, I do think it's gonna work. And I like that her lower lashes look like they're in a brown color instead of the black color. So I think that's gonna soften that. I think that's gonna work well. Let me just look real quick. Okay, so looking at her lashes in the artwork, that kind of fits like how they look. Okay, I'm on board. I just was curious for a second. I was like, those lashes, let's see. Okay, let's do a measurement. I always like to double check just because every once in a while I've come across just like a minor issue. But no, this one's good. We're true to size. Now let's look at these 100 colors together in this big old bag of diamonds. We are going to have some background colors there's multiple bags of. But by the way, there's a sticker on here that tells you what kit these go with, just in case you store these separate from the canvas and outside the box they came in. Make it a little easier for you. All right, so there's our pack of colors again. Lots of pastels, lots of these kind of like grays and off-whites in particular. So right off the bat, we have multiple bags of this background color. 3866 is kind of an ivory, and then this like slightly darker shade, 3033. And these are not in DMC order. The DMC code's printed on the front of the bag, of course. They're rather in order of the amount of diamonds there are, like by weight, and how many are in the bag. That I find handy because I like to kit up into storage containers that have a variety of sizes. And so knowing what colors there are the most of to the least of, I can kind of plan accordingly. Diamond Art Club square drills, I feel like, are some of the best on the market, especially compared to a lot of other companies I've worked with. And they're just very consistent in size and shape, and they sit really nicely on the canvas together. Hold that thought, I have a special drill here for you. This is Z503. This is a fairy dust color, I think our first of 3. Fairy dust diamonds have what looks like a fine glitter coating almost brushed on the tops of these diamonds, and it gives them a pearlescent sheen. It's a subtle effect. These are absolutely my favorite kind of special drill the Diamond Art Club offers. I love the subtlety of them. It definitely is like a step above regular diamonds, but it's not as in your face at all. So for artwork that like Margaret Morales that tends to be really soft, very watercolor vibes, I feel like this kind of artwork lends itself to the subtle effect of fairy dust diamonds compared to the brighter, bolder effect of ABs or electro diamonds, which I did notice there are no electro diamonds in this kit, which I'll comment more on that in just a second. But here's our one AB color, AB470. Now AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These ones get their name from the Northern Lights and have an iridescent coating on the top that really shines and sparkles and stands out quite a bit from regular diamonds. it's going to draw your eye to the areas this has been charted for sure. And even pick up some of the colors of the drills around them. So this is going to stand out a lot more than fairy dust do. Now, my comment about electro diamonds, there's a metallic drill that Diamond Art Club has that you see in a lot of Margaret Morales kits in particular. And it's because of a technique that Margaret often uses when she does like prints of her artwork, where she'll add a gold foil effect to certain parts of her artwork. But this particular artwork from her, it doesn't look like it's one of those that has that kind of gold foiling. So I just was chuckling because a lot of times if I'm otherwise unboxing a Margaret kit, I'm like, okay, let's see where the gold electro is going to be in this one. Here's our next fairy dust color. This one's more of a blue shade, Z598. See that fairy dust coating on these. And we will go through together and look on the canvas to see where these different special drills are going to go. It looks like they're not a ton of them. So especially that AB, there was just the tiniest amount of those, and I'm incredibly curious to see where those might go. Now here's our third and I believe final fairy dust color, Z3688. This one's kind of a pale dusty rose, just pale pink. I love this color, love this special drill specifically. That's like, yeah, that's all my happy place. Pink is my favorite color. It's kind of obnoxious how much it features on my channel, but what can I say? When you know that you love something, you roll with it. Now, yeah, we are into these strands where we just have the smallest amounts of these different colors. It's like there's like this cherry red, I bet, is only in her lips and nowhere else in the kit is my guess. So interesting that there are so many colors that there's just the smallest amount of, but that apparently this kind of nuance, this kind of subtlety, it must just really suit the original artwork so well. And that's why Diamond Art Club was like, let's do 100 colors. I would love to be a fly on the wall for how they're making those decisions. Like, who's deciding how many colors they do? Who decides, like, let's crank it up? I just think that would be so fascinating. I'm ever intrigued by the whole process of what goes into making a diamond painting. Here's our last strand here. So yeah, you're gonna need storage containers that just have a lot of containers to fit 100. Are you someone who likes to kit up into like structured storage like Elizabeth Ward or the screw top jars? Or are you someone that's like, no, I'm going the baggies route, which might make this even easier in some ways so you don't have to find that much structured storage. Okay, give me just a sec to find where some of these special drills are gonna be, because I think it's gonna take me a minute with all the colors, everything that's going on here. I'll be right back. All right, yeah, glad I did that because it did take me a while to find some of these. So bear with me here. Let's see if we can find at least most of them. As a refresher, we had the pale pink fairy dust. We had a light blue fairy dust, a light kind of teal fairy dust, and then we had the green AB. So right down here at the bottom, there's some pink lines. It's that darker pink you're seeing in camera. That's our pink fairy dust here, and there, and a little bit over here as well. And then if you take a look over here, we have some of our kind of pale teal fairy dust. It's this light blue color through here and a couple of spots there and there. Then we have some of the light blue fairy dust in this blue area here, as well as this blue area over here, and this blue area right here, this blue area right here. So a couple of those kind of like medium blue toned areas. And then this green leaf right here, the center of it is made up of green ABs. This little flower right here has some of the light blue fairy dust. These blue lines here are blue fairy dust. This is blue fairy dust. This light color in the center of this leaf is the teal fairy dust. In the bird, the light blue lines you see in its wings are the light teal fairy dust, same in its tail. Is that, no, okay. Oh yes, there is. There's a sprinkling of, that is, no, that's not. Okay, there's two symbols that are a little bit similar. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't mixing them up. Okay, right here in these blue colors, we have some of the light blue fairy dust surrounded by the light teal fairy dust, and more teal fairy dust right there. Check. Light blue fairy dust in this color here. Okay. So, and then in the centers of her eyes, each of her eyes, we have some of the green AB again. This looks like a little green earring almost. There's like these 3 little baubles here that are made up of the green AB. This light blue color in these leaves is the teal fairy dust color there, as well as up here. And then these leaves, the light green color in these leaves is that green AB. In her hair, we have some lines of pink fairy dust here, kind of doing some highlighting above her head, over on this side as well. And then these light pink colors over here, that's pink fairy dust. I don't think there was any up here. But up here in this blue flower, we have some of the blue fairy dust here, blue fairy dust over here, a little bit of that light teal fairy dust there and there. And then I don't think there were any more green ABs, but there's some of the light teal fairy dust there and in these spots. And over here in this leaf, we have some of the light teal fairy dust again. The one that I'm really convinced that I didn't find all of is the pink fairy dust. See, I just found some in this flower right here. There's some pink fairy dust, but I feel like there's more that I just am overlooking. Actually, there's some pink fairy dust right there. So yeah, no, I'm finding it as we go now, like a couple other spots. So very, very likely, as always, that I did not find all of the special drills, but hopefully this still gave you a good sense for where a lot of them are. So a lot of the greens and blues and the flowers and leaves throughout have those 2 shades, the kind of light blue and the light teal fairy dust colors. That green AB is just in a few spots. I love that they're in her eyes, going to give a little bit extra sparkle there. And then a few other spots like this. Again, I don't know if it's an earring or just kind of like a little ornament that's hanging off there. And then a few other leaves, I feel like it adds a little bit of nice sparkle too. And yeah, just really lightly throughout. It's really understated, I feel like, all the special drills in this one, but the artwork really is so soft. I feel like they're kind of letting the artwork and just the number of colors really speak for itself. And I think that really works. I like it a lot. Of course, it'll be subjective if you do too, but that's the purpose of this video, is to give you a sense for, okay, what does this look like? What has Diamond Art Club done with it? So you can decide, okay, is this is your taste? It's not your taste, wish list material, got to have it right away, that kind of thing. That said, I'm going to give you a quick recap and a reminder of the details for the release happening tomorrow. So the name of this one is Love Tessie by Margaret Morales, 55.8 by 80.9 centimeters, and it has 100 colors, triple digits, 3 fairy dust, 1 AB. This kit, along with the other new releases, is coming out tomorrow, which is Saturday, September 20th at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's the general release time. And if you are in the Diamond or Ruby tier of their rewards program, you do get half an hour early access window. So that's 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. I would recommend being logged into your Diamond Art Club account and hop over to the new arrival section a couple of minutes before that early release time. Refresh a bit. It's been like a little bit glitchy, I've heard, the past few weeks. So just keep refreshing, keep checking in. And then you can maybe snag it in that early release. But if you don't have access to early release, or if you miss it, if it sells out, they do hold back stock. Is there, as a general rule, they hold back stock for the general release. So you can try again then, or if you just have access to general release, there should still be kits for you to be able to shop from then. So I have a hard time gauging, if I think this one's going to sell out or how quickly, because Diamond Art Club has been, I feel like, trying to stock up kits they're anticipating are going to sell out quickly or be popular. And I guess I would just say that Margaret Morales tends to be an artist that a lot of people will buy. Like, Diamond Art Club does a really nice job with her artwork. And portraits are just a popular kind of art style. It's my favorite kind of art style to diamond paint. So it's just one of those things. I think this could sell out, but I'm not pushing FOMO. This is me just letting you know, if it's a must-have for you, I would set your alarms. But let me know, what are your first impressions on this one? What do you think? Is it going to be on your shopping list for the weekend? Is it going to go on your wish list for someday, or just be a kit that you enjoy vicariously through others? I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that it was helpful in making your decision, or that you, at the very least, just enjoyed getting to look at this beautiful diamond painting with me. And I'd invite you to subscribe. If you want to see more diamond painting videos from me, I would love to have you here as part of my community. And yeah, I do unboxings and reviews from a variety of different companies, and weekly whip and chats if you want some company while you're crafting on Mondays, and other diamond painting related stuff. Right now I'm hosting Drills and Chills, a fall and Halloween diamond painting event, and have weekly videos going up on the weekends with tons of giveaways. So fall and Halloween are your jam. Feel free to check that out and join us. So I'm gonna let you go though, you guys. Thank you again for watching. I hope you're doing very, very well, and that you have a day and a week that's as wonderful as you are. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.